Hello, it's a great day here at KEKFILA's YouTube channel. I am your host, KEKFILA, aka Sage. I am bringing you another banger of a video. This is my 9th game out of 10 games at the regional on July 29th, and I'm just gonna kind of get into it. Just to let you guys know, on August 12th and August 19th, I will be live streaming on twitch.tv/KEKFILA pretty much all day for my gameplay. I will be playing Doflamingo for both these days as well. And be Pog. And my opponent here, he has a playmat of essentially his really good friend, and his really good friend also plays Zoro, and not plays Zoro, he plays Pokemon. So kind of interesting how that worked out. It's kind of funny, and I don't remember how the die roll went. It looks like he rolled the die roll and he went first. So this is me going second. He doesn't play anything going first, which is pretty rough. And I don't play anything going second, which is pretty normal. My opponent then goes to his 3 Dawn turn, and he decides to contemplate his decisions. He first swings 5 at leader. I give him a counter. He swings 5 at leader with Zoro. And I'm thinking, well, I guess I'll take one of these, and I'll pass turn to you. I didn't want to invest too much so early, especially if I have a Perona now. I might just play it down and then use Dofi's skill to clear this. But looks like I at least contemplate everything. He does leave me in a really good position just to keep him at 5 life for as long as possible. So I go 5 at his character Zoro, which is all evens to me, and he's going to drop a 2k counter. And I just play a 4 cost, because that was my plan to begin with, and that 4/6 is out of the range of that... it's in the range of Jet Pistol, but out of the range of Fire Fist. So, pretty good, pretty good. My opponent then goes to his 5 Dawn turn. He plays down a Brook, puts 2 under his leader. And I kind of told him after this, hey, there's a little thing. You can actually split up the Dawn if you really wanted to. You can do that. It's pretty cool. So, he first swings that. I do get the 3,000 Worlds, which is freaking Pog. And I just bottom deck the Brook because I want to attack this Zoro. I don't want to deal with this Brook later. And he pays 3 and does the same thing, swings 6 at me. And I'm like, well, I didn't know you do that. And I give him 2k counter, he swings 7. I'm going to take this. I go to 2 life so early. This guy is super aggressive, but I'm going to be able to deal with his field and deal with his hand. I swing 6 first at that. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be able to get a blocker out and do this. You know, I have this in my comments here. You see, I thought Zoro was a good matchup for Doflamingo. Apparently, this looks pretty rough for me, but I think my hand is looking... I mean, I did counter out quite a bit. I have 4 cards in my drop. But, you know, overall, I'm not feeling too sweaty about this. I actually don't quite remember most of this, but... actually, real quick here. I did make a little mistake here. I'll show you what happened. Oh, whoops. I'll show you what happened. So... I used Doflamingo's skill. I flipped over 2 cards by accident instead of 1. I flipped over 2 and I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Obviously, I need to do the top one, right? And he said, just try not to do that. And I'm like, you know what? That's pretty fair. You could say, I think it's fair. So I call that out and I get the 1k counter out of the life. And I am able to kill Zoro on top of that. And that was pretty interesting. So I now have 5 cards in hand. I have the 1 blocker. My opponent has no field, and he decides to Fire Fist and ditch a Fire Fist, which is pretty pog for him. And then he just swings 8, most likely into the character Gecko Moria. A lot easier for me to guard this out, and I really want to just win field, even if, you know, that's anything. And I'm surprised he should swing into leader, but I guess he's about to start getting hit of his own. He only has 1 health. He's not going to guard out of anything. What's he going to use? A guard point when I swing 6. So I decide, just because of Jet Pistol and I had a Floating Dawn, I just swing for 7 because I did have that. And he actually does guard point down to 1 card in hand. And I do another Gecko Moria. It looks like I stacked it to have both, and I grab the blocker here. My opponent then takes that, and then it looks like I just pay 4. And I place down, hopefully, the Boa Hancock. The Boa Hancock is really good in these situations, because I'm going to be able to draw off of it multiple times now, because he has no real threat of removal. He then whiffs a buggy, unfortunately. So, we go to this, and he ends up, you know, he has too much Dawn. He has nothing in hand to do this with. He swings for, I always say big ass. He swings for 11, most likely at my leader. I decide to block it. I rather not deal with Diablo Jambe things later, and I rather just use the blocker now. So I go to my 10 Dawn turn. I go 2 Dawn here, swinging this, and I get a Jinbei. And my opponent thinks, and you know, he takes that one. I swing 5 at his leader. And then I swing 6 at his leader. I don't know why I use skill first. That's kind of odd. Then I decide to play 3 for another blocker. Now I'm stacking the deck. I have no idea what those cards were, but now it's really good. But Zoro has officially ran out of gas in this matchup because I wasn't able to attack him once. Playing Zoro on turn 1 is really unfortunate for him. I guess he really had nothing else to do other than attack with Zoro and play a Zoro. Might have been fine if he just kept it standing, but maybe he tried to bottom deck it right away. I think it's a hard situation, to be honest. I ended up placing my other character, which was my Boa Hancock. I'm now 4 cards in hand. I was able to pick up cards from both the Gecko Morias. I have a blocker here, and I'm able just to kind of survive off of this. My opponent then swings really huge, and I just need to deal 3 damage next turn to his limited hand. And so he swings really big. I think he swings it at my Gecko Moria. I decide just to block that. It's 1k more counter. And then he swings, again, really big at my Gecko Moria. I decide to let that die, because I'm obviously not going to block that. And he has 1 Dawn left open. And I go to my next turn, thinking about what to do. And the main thing is, like, I could just be offensive here, but I don't have to even, I can be defensive. So I just throw 2 Dawn under Boa, just for the Jet Pistol Ways. And I actually sing 5 first with my Jinbei. Yep, 5. And he asked me, what does it do when it dies? I told him exactly. But you know, this video is going by pretty quick, so I'm kind of commentating really fast. I skipped through a little bit. Actually, it looks like I go 5 at the buggy, because I didn't need to worry about anything. So that's the buggy die. I go 7 at leader. I play down the Bartholomew Kuma, which is pretty pog. And he swings out, counters out 2k and a 1k. Really unfortunate. I then swing 7 out to him, doing that. And I swing with my Boa, drawing a card. I have 4 Dawn left. I just passed turn. It looks like I have 2 Mellows just waiting out. He then plays down a Nami. And with that Nami, he picks up a guard point. And you know, he's pretty much limited here. It's kind of unfortunate that he ran out of gas so early. He first swings 9 at me, and I do use a 1k and the Love Mellow. I don't think I even get a draw off the Love Mellow. But then he swings 8k at me. I just Love Mellow and draw off that. And you know, my opponent, he just threw it all Dawn on there and lost. So I just kind of swing big and go show him what I had. Gecko Moria, Jinbei. Pretty cool, but now that that's all done, basically we're on to the next one. So at this point, I am 6 wins, 3 losses, trying to get to the top cut, and I appreciate all of you watching this. See you all in the next one, which is the giveaway. Remember to at least comment in that first video I had. I'll make sure to link it right here. See you in the next one. Ciao.